What's up, everybody? Welcome to VGU.TV's PlayStation podcast, The DualShock Show, where we only talk about everything Sony. I'm one of your hosts, Matt Mobley, alongside, as always, Tom Freeman.
Hello.
The angry Brit.
Oh, dear.
And Alan Muir is here.
Seriously, man, so angry.
And special guest star, Nate Hohl.
I, however, am not angry.
Yay.
Before we start with the show proper, I wanted to bring to your attention, listeners, VGU.TV has got a Kickstarter going on. We're trying to do an online magazine. So if you're interested in kind of supporting that, then go to www.kickstarter.com/ I'm not going to read all this. It's Utopia magazine. Utopia, a digital interactive gaming magazine. Just kind of put that in the search bar. I don't know how Kickstarter works.
Yeah, just search Utopia magazine.
So, I'm not going to give you the fucking number that's in the URL. That's too much to remember. Just you search for Utopia, digital interactive gaming magazine. You'll find it. Anyway, on to the show. What have you been playing? That's how we start the show. Nate, you're the special guest, so why don't you start it off?
Oh man, I've been playing a lot of Injustice.
Ooh.
I picked it up last week, I think. I've been playing it pretty extensively. You guys will be happy to hear I've been slowly migrating from Xbox over to PS3.
Woo.
That's because
How it should be.
I traded in like 3 Xbox games and just got Injustice and been playing the hell out of it. It's really fun, really cool. I'm hoping to invite some friends over and have a little tournament or something at some point, but even by myself, it's still a pretty fun game. I've also been playing some God of War Ascension. I'm planning on playing the HD Trilogy God of War. I just installed the 2 PSP prequel games last night, and I'm probably going to start playing those today at some point. And that's pretty much it.
Well, I can tell you this much, Nate. If you're looking for platinums, Chains of Olympus is the one that I got the platinum in. Josh Mobley of GamerCast has gotten platinums in all of the God of War games, except I think Ghost of Sparta, I believe. But I personally have only gotten the platinum in Chains of Olympus, and so just based on past experience, if I can get it, so can you. So
I'll keep that in mind.
So if you're looking for that, go for it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, that's pretty much it. As far as PS3, though, I've been kind of busy this past week too, so I haven't had a lot of time to game. But
have you completed Injustice then?
I completed the story mode.
Yeah.
I haven't done all the Star Lab challenges. I've done most of them, I think.
What do you think of the story?
It was alright. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I find it funny how DC is really pushing this whole like dual universes thing. Like they're releasing a new update for DC Universe Online, which is basically like a very similar. It's called like Infinite Crisis, and then they have that new MOBA that's coming out, which is again the same thing. Like these different universes.
Yeah.
I find it funny how they're really pushing that, but I mean it's a cool concept. It's kind of cool watching, one version of the same hero fight the other or, meet the other. So,
yeah.
I thought it was interesting.
Infinite Crisis is based off of a really great, comic book arc.
Oh, okay.
One of those earth-shattering DC arcs, like Blackest Night or Flashpoint or whatnot.
To be fair, it wasn't really, earth-shattering, it was multiverse-shattering because it shattered the multiverse and brought it back.
Well, I mean, it was just shattering the DC universe. It's one of those, every year or so, I guess the comics kind of has a big event that all the comics are kind of tying into. Blackest Night and what was the one Flashpoint are 2 of the most recent. Blackest Night, Brightest Day. 52 was one, and I believe Infinite Crisis was also one. So that's I think it's based off of that. Final Crisis was also one, and that was really confusing because it was Grant Morrison. But I think it's based off of the arc and all of the different universes that were shown in Infinite Crisis.
Cool.
So that's what you've been playing. Alan, you said you weren't playing that much. That means we can't make fun of you this week.
Well, I was still playing MLB. Remember how I said my guy was probably going to beat the record for home runs?
Oh, yeah?
Damn it, he made it to 82 fucking home runs.
Oh. Is that good?
Oh,
I don't remember what the record is.
He broke the record. He passed it.
It's like he made it to 82.
He made it to 82.
As if it's a bad thing.
No. He broke the home run record. He broke the RBI record. He broke the hit record. If that happened today, he probably would have been essentially burned at the stake as a steroid user. But other than that, I've been playing Pokemon Fire Red.
Doesn't sound like a PlayStation game.
Thank you, Tom.
Well, I've got nothing else to play. I'm waiting until Tuesday for Metro Last Light.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Is that coming out Tuesday?
Yeah.
Crazy. I haven't seen much on it.
Oh, there's a
You
lot.
also
out there.
got a 3DS out. You got a 3DS today,
Yes.
didn't you?
Got here today. It came with Pokemon Black and some other Pokemon game.
Very nice.
And I do not know what to get for it.
Yeah. I've been considering, I made the joke to my girlfriend. I said that I have two favorite Pokemon, and I'd love to get them tattooed on my body. One of which looks awesome. It's a Haunter, and I'd use the sprite from Ruby and Sapphire. If you don't know what that is, go look it up. Not this isn't PlayStation related at all. But I said my number one favorite Pokemon is hard to make look badass, especially if you're not using the sunglasses, and it's Squirtle. So I was like, I don't know how I'd make that look tough.
Just have Nathan Drake killing it, and it'd be, loyal to your podcast.
Why?
Well, make it cool at least.
Jeez. The DualShock Show, VGU.TV's PlayStation podcast.
Exactly. PlayStation.
Alright. Alan, is that all? Or did you have any more?
All.
What about you, Tom? What have you been playing?
I've not been able to play that much, but yeah, I thought I'd go on Dark Souls online. Haven't done that in a while. I thought I'd be the good old Solaire and help people, and then so load it up and everything's flickering. I'm going, what? My PS3's dying? I don't remember feeding it shit games. So I reset my PlayStation and then went back on. It was doing the exact same thing. So did what most people do. I googled it and people just complaining. Apparently there's an update. It's just screwed up Dark Souls online, only for the PlayStation. Apparently there's a fix coming soon. So hopefully that'll fix that. It was also my birthday, so I thought I'd pick up Deus Ex. I saw for $4.99, new limited edition. So I was like, all right. Played that for a little bit. Played a bit of the tutorial. I had borrowed it off a friend before, and I gave up on it after the first boss because I made a stealth character and the game's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, you've upgraded your hacking. Cool. Here's this boss. I'm like, okay. I've got a taser, what am I meant to do? I'll die.
Don't tase me, bro.
So, yeah, exactly. And I'm on, the hardest difficulty as well. So I was like, yeah, this is shit. And then never played it again. But I thought I'd give it another chance because I love RPGs. So.
And that's what you've been playing, huh?
Yep.
This week, I can't actually remember if I've actually played any Mass Effect this week. I'm pretty sure I did, though. Probably a bunch of Mako missions, which are infuriating to no end.
Oh man!
I really wish that game would autosave a little more. Because I start a Mako mission, I drive all the way around the planet, looking for anomalies and all that, trying to do that. Get inside, get killed because I'm a horrible Vanguard. And then I'm back at the beginning of the mission. I'm like, ah!
Yeah, I think there's a reason Mako Mission didn't show up in Mass Effect 2 and 3.
Yeah. I was like, this is why people in the first Mass Effect. I've also played some of the original BioShock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in
On the hardest difficulty?
We already had this discussion. No. And I'm in Arcadia right now.
Yeah.
And just looking for all the audio diaries, trying to find them all so I can get that trophy. Researching away with my camera.
No, I hate that. I still need that in BioShock 2.
That is a real grind, I'll tell you. Played a little Guacamelee, but not very much. But I did play some Sonic the Hedgehog for episode 1 and 2. Finally gave up on episode 1. Got like every trophy except the one gold trophy, which is like beat the last stage without taking any damage.
Can you get platinum for that?
No, you can't.
So why are you bothering with trophies?
Because I got the achievement and was like, I gotta get this trophy.
Fair enough.
But it was just so frustrating. I was like, oh my god, I don't want to do this anymore. Because it reminds me how much I hate Sonic the Hedgehog. But I don't know why I keep playing these games. But my girlfriend the other day, it was her birthday last Friday, so we did a whole lot of stuff, and she bought herself a gift, or a couple of gifts on Sunday. She got herself a few books, but she also got herself, whatever. But she also got herself a couple of games, which are Tomb Raider and Grand Theft Auto 4. Much to my chagrin, because I was just like, gotta play that Grand Theft Auto, play the Grand Theft Auto, because everybody knows that I love Grand Theft Auto. And she was fine, fine, you know what, I'm kinda interested in the trailers that I saw for 5 anyway, so I'll play it. And she's been playing and telling me about it, and it made me want to go back and play it, so I've been playing The Lost and Damned. And, that's what I've been playing this week. Love that game. Anyhow, let's talk about what you're going to be playing, listeners, with the PlayStation Plus deals. Nate, it's good that because, as Alan is about to tell us, you reviewed this week's PlayStation Plus free game.
Yes.
Alan, why don't you kick us off? Person!
Oh, sorry. I was busy catching Pokemon. Okay, I'll put my mini game king down.
What the fuck?
I'll burn your stupid squirrel. Come on.
Okay, we've got Sleeping Dogs for free.
Sleepy Dogs.
Not just Sleeping Dogs regular, the digital edition, which comes with a lot of the DLC, but not all the DLC.
And I don't like the real story DLC, like the Nightmare on North Point or the Chinese New Year one. That's
mainly
like
the cosmetic DLC.
Yeah, which was really lame. Like, I was like, oh shit, fuck yeah, they're gonna put some DLC, and then I saw what DLC, I was like, this is bullshit!
Has it got the Hitman stuff in it, then?
I don't think so.
But,
it's got like the Racer pack.
Yeah. And the Red Envelope pack.
Ooh.
And a couple outfits. Listeners, Nate Hohl, our very own Nate Hohl, reviewed Sleeping Dogs a long time ago for VGU.TV. You can find it somewhere on VGU.TV. Just search for it. Nate, you gave it a pretty high grade. You liked it.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, I didn't play it I played it on Steam, but
right.
It was still awesome. I thought it was really cool. I loved the vibe. I loved the whole, martial arts sort of, adventure sort of deal. I never really played any of the DLC. I heard mixed reviews about like the story stuff, like Nightmare on North Point. I know there's like that Enter the Dragon inspired one I kind of wanted to play, but I never got around to it. But I mean, even without the DLC, the base game is still really, really good.
Nate, you gotta get up on that PlayStation 3 so that you can get a platinum, because I platinumed Sleeping Dogs. I loved it so much.
Like I said, I'm slowly migrating over to PS3. It's a slow process, but it's a process.
Sleeping Dogs is my most recent platinum. I loved it. I read Nate's review and was like, well, that's all I needed, because I already saw other reviews. I knew it was good, but I was like, what do our guys think of it? And they said, hey, I love it. So I was like, that's all I need. Went to GameStop, got Sleeping Dogs, couldn't stop playing. Love it to death.
That was actually my whole review. Hey, I love it.
So, yeah, I was like, Nate's Sleeping Dogs review. Hey, I love it. I was like, alright!
I'm sold.
Oh. And I'm back. Why would anybody call me when they know I'm doing a show? Anyway. Anyhow. Listeners, if you don't know how you feel about Sleeping Dogs, just listen to Nate and I. We love it. We want you to play it. Get up on that PlayStation Plus. Download it. It's very, very good. Now, Alan, please continue.
Next up, we have Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly for about $9.99.
Played the first 15 minutes. Pretty fucking terrifying. I need to finish it.
Speaking of, I was watching a Let's Play of Slender the Arrival.
Uh-huh.
The guy playing it, just so funny. Just, it sounded like he was, I don't want to say he was, quote unquote, special, but he definitely sounded like he was a little out there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just him screaming constantly. But I digress.
So pretty much Heavy Rain.
Sure, let's go with that. Next up, we have the demo for Fuse.
Have no idea how to feel about this game. Don't really know a whole lot about it.
Disappointed. They changed the art design. Have you seen it? It turned into generic rubbish. It's not going to sell well.
Well,
it's not.
Right now, we gotta wait and wait for wait for Tom to have a better day. Maybe he'll have something better to say.
They went in with it with the kind of Pixar-y animation that they're known for. And then I don't know what they did. The game disappeared for ages, came back as generic shooter, and all the hype's gone for it now. And it's coming out around all these other games, and E3 coming up. It's just not a smart move.
Is someone reviewing Fuse for our site?
Maybe.
I have no idea.
I don't think that's something we should disclose to the listeners. I think it should be a grand surprise.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
but if it's as bad as everyone says it's going to be, or Tom says it's going to be, it's probably just going to be me reviewing it.
I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I'm saying it's going to be generic, and I don't think it's going to sell.
I don't think that you need to keep a secret like who's reviewing what. Like I'm going to be reviewing Grand Theft Auto 5. That's just the fucking facts. I'm also putting some money down on that Resident Evil 3DS port consoles, so I can review that. So you know. Right on. Anyway,
next up, we've got the Retro City Rampage cross-buy price cut.
Yeah, so if you missed it the first time around in PlayStation Plus when it was free, now you can pay $7.49.
Yeah. Get it for both Vita and PS3. All 4 or 5 Fallout 3 DLC went from, basically got a 50% cut.
Is that $4.99 each?
Yeah.
Or, I still say get the Game of the Year edition.
Yeah, I kind of regret only getting the regular version. Next up, Assassin's Creed 3 Golden Liberation Bundle, $89.99.
Ouch. Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
Not worth it.
Fuck a bunch of that. Especially considering Assassin's Creed is pretty boring.
Buggy piece of shit as well.
Assassin's Creed 3 Gold Edition.
What's the difference between Liberation? Is that just the one with the Vita?
The Liberation is the Vita game.
Yeah, is that what's in that bundle? Yeah.
And you could also just get the Gold Edition, which I doubt you would. You can get that for about $69.99.
Who cares?
So the Gold Edition, does that just come with all the DLC?
I imagine so. I really didn't care for Assassin's Creed 3, like a lot of people out there.
Yeah, I kind of regretted getting the season pass.
Not as much as I regret Aliens.
I just have no. I'm really looking forward to Wind Waker, Assassin's Creed 4, but
That's if they deliver on their promises.
No, I'm just not a fan of Assassin's Creed at all. Like, I just don't.
Well, do you like
I gave
Dishonored?
up after Brotherhood.
It's not good. It's just really boring. Gameplay is boring. The story is boring. And I just don't.
Desmond and mope around in a room.
Oh man. Oh, really empty. It's all white. Oh man.
Well,
Kills Kirsten Bell.
do you like
Spoilers.
Dishonored?
I haven't really played much, so I have no opinion on it.
I've played the first 2 levels. It's okay.
I played it, but I enjoyed it.
Not bad. It's not bad from what I see.
My brother got it for me for Christmas, and I played through it, so it was alright.
You can get it now for about $30.
Oh, cool.
That also got a 50% price cut.
Oh, wow.
Same for the Doom 3 Big Fucking Gun Edition.
I don't know how to feel about that. Like,
It's they mainly just
HD'd up a little bit more.
I never played it.
that they fixed the issue with the flashlight, so you won't be. They have a
Switching.
yeah. So this time you have a flashlight on you, on your armor. They added.
Of course, I think that makes it like less tense. Like,
Well, no. Do you remember how people were about that? People were not happy about that, having to switch back and forth.
well, I mean,
Well, it's like the change from Fear 1 and 2. Fear, the original, you just had a battery life, but as soon as it went out, you just had to wait there, really. And it's just stupid. It's just an unnecessary inconvenience.
I remember my brother-in-law had Doom 3 on the Xbox, and he was living with us at the time at my parents' house, and I used to hear him just like every so often from the bedroom, just like, woo!
For those of you, for those listeners who are still playing Oblivion, the Shivering Isles
Why?
add-on is
Why
now
not?
$10 instead of 30, which I can't.
That's meant to be the best DLC for that game. And
Yeah,
it
sure,
got
that's
really
really
good reviews.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
expansion or the big expansion.
Yeah.
My girlfriend actually sold Oblivion, the game of the year, the game of the year edition, and it was unopened. I'll add.
My
Well,
very
no.
first
For
PlayStation
Grand
3 game was Oblivion, and I've still got it. And I haven't got any DLC. Well, it came with Knights of the
Well,
Nile.
you want to know something even better?
No.
I encouraged her to sell it
You
because
bastard.
I hate the Elder Scrolls so much.
Why?
It's
not
so
Pokemon.
boring.
It says you like Pokemon. That's the tedious thing ever. Here's my pets. Let's tap A. Oh,
Yeah.
it didn't win. Oh well, let's just tap A on the bloke again and fight again. Oh no, you got to go to hospital first though.
A lot of animosity in this podcast.
Yeah.
There's so much hate.
Goddamn PlayStation.
Oh, go on. I'm sorry.
And that's pretty much it.
Tom, what did the people in Europe get?
So in PlayStation Plus, we got Cinemora for free.
I don't know what that is, but
No, I've heard of it but I don't know what it is.
I think we got the good end of the deal this time.
No, yeah, but Sony also put on the blog, we're happy to also reveal that Ico and Shadow of the Colossus HD and Demon's Souls, yay, will be on PlayStation Plus in June for us.
You.
So happy days.
I don't care.
Cool story.
I mean,
But,
I would get some Shadow of the Colossus trophies if I could.
And I wouldn't play Ico. That game's just hassle.
I play
Everyone
Ico.
loves escort missions. Let's make a whole
I play
game
Ico
about
for
it.
free.
Yes.
I'd play Ico for free because I've never played it before, but I won't pay to play Ico.
No, but Shadow of the Colossus.
So-
I played the HD collection. It didn't look as good as I thought it would.
I heard that.
But it's still good. I mean, it just seems really odd, that game on a next-gen platform, because it's so bare.
Mm.
So it's I know it's kind of.
There's not like I mean, Shadow of the Colossus is a very pretty game. Like it's got a big world, but there's not a whole lot to see.
Yeah, but I mean, like even in big worlds now, when you've seen large games with better looking environments nowadays, it just seems it's really out of place. Like it's obviously last gen. Yeah. I mean, that was like the best on PlayStation 2, but on PS3 it doesn't really hold up. But if you haven't played it before, I'd recommend it.
It's very, very good.
For notable additions and deals, you've got Remember Me pre-order. So yay, nice. $47.99. Not sure about this game, but could be good.
I think it might be.
Is it Capcom, isn't it?
It is Capcom, yeah.
So yeah, get ready for your DLC. And then we also have the Fuse demo.
Alright. Well, excellent. So that's the store, listeners. Definitely, again, my pick, Sleeping Dogs. Definitely pick that up. Download it. Play it. Get the platinum. It's time to talk about the news. So, it's time for This Week in PlayStation. Tom, why don't you start us off?
Well, Bethesda's officially announced a new Wolfenstein game, called, The New Order is said to be a reimagining of the series while keeping it to its first-person shooter roots. I'm not sure if anyone played the previous Wolfenstein. Was it 3D?
I never played it, actually. I used to watch my dad play it on his computer all the time, the original Wolfenstein, but I've never played it. I only played the demo for the Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
Oh, that was it, yeah. I mean, that was... I don't know about that, but...
I played the most recent one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
And it wasn't that great.
Yeah, I saw a lot of videos, and it's just...
Yeah, I didn't like the demo.
The dialogue looked bad, the textures looked bad, and it's just... I don't know. Was it some other dimension device, and it was the only interesting aspect of it? But
I didn't like the demo at all. I was just like, this is boring. Lots of boring stuff we're talking about. Boring games we're talking about in this podcast.
Yeah, talk about boring games. Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix has been given a release date of September 10th for North America and September 13th for Europe. Pre-ordering the game will get you an art book, and the HD remix contains the first Kingdom Hearts and Chain of Memories. So, when it says it contains the first Kingdom Hearts, will that be in HD, or is it just containing? Is that what it is, 1.5?
Is it in HD?
Yeah, it is in HD.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're both in HD.
Is that why it's called 1.5? That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
Because it's one and the Game Boy Advance sequel that was then
later. I see.
It's not like the actual, like the second game.
Yeah, I've never played this Kingdom Hearts, but I get it's a Final Fantasy mixed with Mickey Mouse.
Kingdom Hearts is too fucking confusing. Like, I just don't want to...
Yeah, I remember the other
one about side stories anymore. I just want to play Kingdom Hearts 3. I think I put this in an article once. I think it was like a round table or for something, I don't know. But I said that Kingdom Hearts is fucking confusing. It's like, what the fuck is Kingdom Hearts? What are, like, I don't get it.
Wait,
what are nobody?
The should Kingdom Hearts be rebooted one?
I think so, yeah. That was a round table from a long time ago. I was like, what does this even mean? What are nobody? Are they like Horcruxes? I don't know what this is. It's just dumb. I was like, just stop making these stupid handheld games and make Kingdom Hearts 3 for Christ's sake.
Treat me like I'm goofy.
You know what I always hated about Kingdom Hearts though was nobody can make a sweeping generalization. Like every time they're like,
oh yeah, you told me.
Guys, they always gotta be like Sora, Donald, Goofy. It's like you're wasting so much time. I don't care.
Potential plot twist could, ride upon what gender Goofy and all that is. So to say, hey guys,
Hopefully, when they release Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix, you'll actually be able to skip cutscenes if you fail a battle.
No.
Because I'll tell you, It was a real pain in the ass if you lost a battle and got set back to the beginning of a long-ass cutscene. And you're like, oh my god, I don't give a shit, I've seen this like a dozen times.
I hate games that do that. You should play Operation Flashpoint's the worst for that as well. Like,
why would I play that if I've just told you I hate it?
You should play it just to feel miserable. But there's one mission, I swear, it's like a 5-minute thing at the start. And then that game on hardcore, you can just die in one bullet. So I'm just there waiting ages, going through the stupid, yeah, Roger, Oscar, because it's all stupid meant to be military realistic. But you can't move, so you got to stand there, listen to that rubbish. And you just get to play, go over the hill, get shot by a sniper, restart. Like, wow.
Oh, that's the worst.
Annoying. So it turns out that if you pre-order the special edition of Beyond Two Souls, Beyond. You will get an exclusive 30 minutes of gameplay / story. What the exclusive half hour is, will be, has not been disclosed yet by Sony, but I'm guessing it'll probably be like Heavy Rain's tech demo they released as DLC.
Horrible tech demo that I still paid money for.
I paid for it. It's amazing. It's probably the best part of that game.
It's great, but it's not worth that much.
So short and so expensive.
It was like $15 back then, I think.
And I felt so ripped off and stupid. And
I was like, that's not very much.
They're like, wait for episode 2. Never came, because they're like, no, just went to make the Move edition. Floop-de-whoop. So.
Again, Beyond is not our podcast, but regardless, Beyond.
Beyond Two Souls.
I was gonna discuss real quick about Beyond Two Souls. I don't know if I'm gonna get it day one because, as we know, this is going with this extra 30 minutes of gameplay and story. It's important for a Quantic Dream game. Quantic Dream is really big. They're almost kind of pioneers in gameplay and gameplay story.
Storytelling. I wouldn't say the story's good.
Not so much gameplay, but storytelling. They are kind of pioneering that. So I don't know if I'm gonna get it day one because I can't justify paying an extra probably $30 for 30 minutes. That will eventually be on the store anyway. So I'm gonna probably wait on Beyond Two Souls as much as it kills me. What do you guys think?
There was recently they've released a half-an-hour gameplay video.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a bit of it and it looked very Heavy Rainy, but with bloody.
Meaning you have to use the left trigger or the right trigger to walk.
And the fact you're just watching people be miserable for ages.
You're just like,
oh, seriously, you should see, right, spoilers, people, for those who don't want to go into it blind. I don't know, the short demo just showed, I was only skipping through it because I couldn't be bothered to watch half an hour. But I mean, she's like helping give birth to a homeless lady's child, and then she's like crying on the phone, and then she's playing music on the snowy streets. It was all very miserable, like Heavy Rain, so.
It is. Quantic Dream does write a lot of stories about, people being miserable. It's like, oh, I'm so sad, watch me be sad. You know how it is. But,
I bet they can make
they're very good writers.
I bet they can make a good Stargate Universe game because they were just miserable throughout the entire series.
They're just like, I'm so sad. I miss Ray. Oh.
Zen Studios has announced a standalone Star Wars pinball game. Yes! Will be hitting the PSN next week. So yeah, if your bland pinball boards are getting you down, you can have a look at R2-D2 and stuff while you press L1 and R1.
Or Boba
Fett. They're good for, killing time, but
I wouldn't have it on a TV. I could see it as
is it just me, or, does putting a pinball game in virtual form kind of defeat the purpose?
It's most like sports games, though, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you can't play sports,
Maybe you can't play pinball.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is even if you have no legs, just get propped up and
might be allergic to pinball machines.
Now he gets optimistic. He's like, hey, there are people out there.
Exactly.
There could be a Star War going on and we wouldn't even know about it.
Oh my goodness. Was there anything else that we want to discuss on the pinball?
No.
Alright. Alan, why don't you take it from here?
Okay, so you guys remember Patrice Desilliers?
Yep, poor old
vaguely.
Patrice. Gets chucked around everywhere.
Yeah, he created Assassin's Creed.
Uh-huh.
Big thing for him. He then leaves to go to THQ.
Because Ubisoft are driving this franchise into the ground.
Yep.
They then buy THQ Montreal, which brings him back into the fold. And he's gone from the company again.
Fuck this shit, he said.
He got fired.
They, from what I understand, they told him he was fired and they escorted him from the building before he could collect his things and say goodbye.
Aww.
Man, those French fucks.
It could be Canadian.
Fuck.
This is racism. VGU.TV and your structure does not endorse racism. Or French people.
Or French people. Jeez.
But, side note, I wonder if Jade Raymond's still there.
For now.
For now.
Well, on to the next piece of news. Gearbox.
He's like, nobody else has anything to say!
It's just poor Patrice, isn't it?
Yeah, just
Like, there's just
wearing
really
the dunce hat in the corner.
Of all the companies to take him, it's like, aww.
Well, cold for food. Gearbox has announced that Borderlands 2 playable Psycho Krieg will be released on May 14th for Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC. Also announced was Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep, which will be released.
To thank it.
Yeah, which will be released on June 25th, free for season pass holders, or $10 for anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think of this?
Well, I mean, Borderlands is a good series, but as I've stated previously, I still haven't fucking finished Borderlands 2, and I got it day one. Because it's just really hard to keep up, especially if, like, you're relying on other people, and you have, like, a specific group. Like, somewhere in the annals of the internet, there's a live stream of me and James Pangello and Josh Mobley playing Borderlands on day one, and we were going to play together all the time, and we never got back to it. We got back to it like once, and then we got back to it. I tried to play I tried to play with a different group, never got around to that. I tried to play by myself, and it's just really boring that way. So I have 3 characters, never finished the game. So.
Yeah, I can't finish Borderlands 1, just too
Borderlands 1 is
bored
I have
of lands.
Platinum Borderlands. I'd like to platinum the second one, but I don't know how feasible that is. Anyway, I think that it's, like, I've heard that this is going to be much anticipated DLC pack, the Tiny Tina stuff. I haven't even gotten to Tiny Tina. That's how, like, early in the game I am.
She's very jive.
So, that's, I mean, I'd love to play it, when I finish the fucking game.
Looking at you, Josh and James.
Josh and James, and Alan can join us because he's a siren. I believe.
And Alan.
Bought the game simply so that he can play with us, just like with that Payday the Heist, and Josh was like, oh, I deleted that shit. I was like, God damn it!
Sorry, Alan won't even play DC Online with me. So.
Hey, we couldn't. I would have played.
Yeah, that's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Now, on to EA news. As if Madden wasn't enough, they've went and they've secured the FIFA license until the year 2022.
Yay.
Jesus.
That makes them hell of a lot of money. FIFA's incredibly popular in this country and I know across Europe. And I think it's gaining popularity in America. But they make so much money off of the card aspect. It's kind of like the Mass Effect. You know, when you get coins and you buy those packs.
Microtransactions?
Yeah, but they're not. Like, you can earn the currency. Like, with the Mass Effect 3's multiplayer, like, you get the points and you can purchase the packs that have, potentially new characters and new weapons and stuff. But it's like that, the same on FIFA, and that's how they make so much money off of that. And FIFA's been, it's probably one of probably the best-selling game in this country.
I have like zero interest in soccer.
Same.
Football. My whatever the fuck. My girlfriend makes the joke. Because she kind of likes soccer. Out of all the fucking sports, she likes soccer and basketball. And she says, "Oh, I'd love to go to a Warriors game because that's the team that's our basketball team." She says, "I'd love to go to a Warriors game." It's like they're really fun because I've been. And she says, "Someday I'd like to go."
Hello. Matt died anyway.
Dialing it back a little bit. Had a little bit of technical difficulties. Where were we? What were we talking about?
FIFA being amazing. You've been
talking
silly.
about FIFA, and I was talking about how my girlfriend likes the soccers. She likes soccer and basketball. She said, I always make the joke. She says, "I'd love to go to a Warriors game because the Warriors are our basketball team," and I've been to a couple games. I said, it's a lot of fun. We should go. And she said, "I'd also like to go to a soccer game sometime." I said, "Well, you have fun with that." Because that sounds horrible. Tom, you're so angry.
Not angry. Just saying, FIFA makes lots of monies.
You're so angry.
Damn.
In other EA-related news,
I have an image for this, so I'm
interruption.
Shut your mouth.
Poor old Alan.
I'm just here trying to speak the news stories.
Exactly. He's trying to spread the news to the people.
I apologize. Alan, please, go ahead.
EA has also registered the domain names for Battlefield 13 through 20. But I guess that's nothing.
Oh, man.
It's probably nothing.
That's just so weird. I guess it's just in case.
Yeah, just in case,
And to stop people from saying, making news story like, Battlefield 10's gonna be this, and then linking it to some stupid site.
Yeah, it's like, too late. Already got it.
Next.
I'm hoping with that 13 to 20, I just hope they make another one of those Battlefield. Remember they made that future game?
Battlefield 2142?
Yeah, I'd really love to see that on console, because I'm poor and don't have an amazing PC, so I'd love to see one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is really big. EA has inked a deal with Shitney.
Oh.
I mean Disney.
Oh.
to make Star Wars games. Exclusively to make Star Wars games. Or not exclusively, only they can make it for a while. Which I'm really not happy about.
Meh.
Right now, 3 developers are currently working on Star Wars related projects. Visceral Games. Who cares what they're working on? Dead Space 3 was a piece of shit.
Dead Space 1 was good. Dead Space 2 was better. Dead Space 3 apparently was not very good.
Dead Space 3 was just microtransactions, the game.
Battlefield developer DICE, which I'm hoping is Battlefront 3.
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
I knew that was going to make them happy.
DICE is good.
And lastly, BioWare, which could mean KOTOR 3.
Wait for that shit ending.
I have an image for this, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I'm going to describe it, because it's kind of like a chart. But it says the best case scenario, and I'm going to kind of separate it in the companies, starting with Visceral. The best case scenario is environment design from Visceral. The worst case scenario for Visceral is multiplayer.
Oh, I've seen this graph. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
As far as DICE is concerned, the best case scenario is multiplayer. The worst case scenario is storyline. And for BioWare, the best case is storyline, and the worst case is environment design.
I've yet to play Dragon Age 2. I will pick that up. I might do an Alan.
Yeah. So, that's the image I mean, it's got a bunch of games to represent, but I figured it would just get too confusing if I, went into detail on those. I could take it from here. There's a piece of news that I'm actually pretty excited about. Nate, you were saying that you were playing Injustice. That was a cue. It's not here. Dang it.
Yes, I was playing Injustice. I watched the, to be fair, I watched the whole storyline on YouTube because I knew I wasn't going to play it, but I thought, it looks fairly interesting, so right. I had it on in the background. Cool story.
How'd you feel about it?
Yeah, I thought it was alright.
My dog is barking.
Didn't like Injustice.
Don't talk about fucking PlayStation! So, did I hear Nate come back?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm back.
Nate, god damn it. I was trying to give you a cue. Nate, you've been playing Injustice.
Oh yes, I have. Sorry.
Have you, did you consider getting Lobo? You're like, fuck that guy. Well, guess what?
But Batgirl looks pretty sweet.
Batgirl. Thanks for spoiling the surprise. Second DLC character for Injustice has been announced, and it's Barbara Gordon's Batgirl!
Is she in a wheelchair?
No, that's Oracle.
Because
they're just filled with so much hate. That's
so I've also been playing the iOS game a lot, and in the iOS game, characters have these support cards, and one of Batman's support cards is Oracle. So there's Oracle, and then there's Batgirl. I'm not sure what's going on there, but infinite universes.
Well, that's gonna be the title of the episode. So much hate. The Angry Brit. I don't know. Angry Brit, so much hate.
This is what I get for, leaving the call for a bit. I come back and then I ruin Matt's surprise.
Pissed off. I'm a huge fan of Batgirl. I got Gail Simone's.
There you are.
Shut the fuck up. I got Gail Simone's first volume from the New 52. So glad to see Barbara under the cowl again. Barbara Gordon is my favorite female superhero. She is my favorite Batgirl out of the three that there were. I don't know, but she's really the only one that matters. So I'm really excited that she's going to be in Injustice. Can't wait to play as her. Moving right along. Sony has officially launched an indie channel on the PlayStation Store. This further progresses Sony's indie initiative. I was looking at it earlier. They got stuff like Guacamelee.
Have they called it anything interesting, or is it just indie channel?
I think it's just on the sidebar. It's just got
a category.
An indie category. But I'm glad because indie games should get some spotlight. They're actually really good. I mean, like I just said, Guacamelee is one, and it's a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys have played it all. I know that Josh Mulvey played it and he really liked it. I'm enjoying it. My girlfriend hates it because she thinks it's racist, even though it's really just a Mexican satire. So, Anyway, listeners, you should totally check out those indie games. They're very, very good. Speaking of more Sony news, Sony was never intent on the PS4 having the always online restriction that the shitbox seems to have.
Whoa, I did not write that. I did not write shitbox. I wrote Nextbox.
I know the same thing. I know that you didn't write that. Tom just did. I watched it happen. PS4 is not going to have the always online restriction that the shitbox seems to have. Shuhei Yoshida said the following on the matter: the main reason being that many countries don't have robust internet connections. It makes sense for people to have internet connections to play online games, but for offline games, there are many countries that we saw do not really have robust internet.
This is why I love Shuhei.
Adam Morse could take, a cue from this.
I think him being unemployed is cue enough.
Because that was fucking stupid. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen somebody do.
Well, good paying-ish job. Let's piss off everyone. Let's be the worst PR rep ever.
Yeah, one of my favorite images is of his Twitter image, and it says like Microsoft employee, Sony employee of the year. Because after he went out there and people were like, you can't have, like, do you understand why this is such a bad idea, this always online? He's like, I don't get it. I don't see why people are so pissed off about always online. Somebody, I think it was like somebody that was like a game developer even.
Yeah, it was Manveer here. He works for BioWare.
He goes, because not everybody has good internet connections. Like just you live in a city. Try living in like bumfuck nowhere, Wisconsin. And he's like, why would I live there? Maybe you should just deal with it. And I was like, well, if I actually wanted an Xbox, I don't now. Because you're an asshole. So, I'm really glad that, Sony did not even consider this. They're like, I like to think that they're sitting there and they're like, what about this always online thing that they're doing now these days? And she is like, well, I've been thinking about that and I've come to the conclusion that that's fucking stupid. So we're not going to do that.
Slaps the person who asked the question.
Throws them out the window. Oh man. And leading into our topic of the week. Some old news. Well, I mean, new news, but about an old system.
New news?
New news. Shut your mouth. If you're still looking to GameStop for meager credit towards your PS2 games, you better sell, because the store has announced that they will no longer be taking PS2 game or console trade-ins as of June 1st. And that, dear listeners, is going to lead us into our topic of the week. It's the PlayStation 2, the end of an era. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I understand that the PlayStation 2 has been kind of obsolete for a while now. Nobody's been making any games for it. I mean, you go into GameStop, you try to sell games, and you get like fucking 50 cents for like a great game, like, I don't know, Metal Gear Solid 3 or something. So it's been pretty obsolete, but I believe that when GameStop finally says we're not taking these anymore, it's really truly goodbye.
Well, they've only recently stopped production, haven't they?
Because they basically rendered the PlayStation 2 worthless. And that is kind of sad for me. Because,
sad? The thing's had like over 10
years.
Yeah,
it's had like extremely long lifespan.
It did have a long lifespan. Even, I mean, how long has this generation been? 6 years? About 6 years?
Yeah.
How long? Even like into like at least 3 years, they were still making PS2 games. They weren't very good PS2 games. They were just
all the SpongeBob and all the other
They're basically like, this will be good for the kids that still have PS2s, because nobody's going to pay for this on PS3. But even though we all still have, I mean, I don't know about you guys, I still have my PS2. I love it.
My PS1.
I don't play it as often as I should. I need to get back to it. But I know that it's always there, and I'm always going to go back to it eventually. And it just kind of makes me sad that, even, not even like really intentionally, but it is kind of rendered worthless at this point. And I wanted to open up the table for discussion, on how you guys felt about it.
Well, have you guys even like seen any PS2 games in a GameStop in a while. I haven't.
They got sections where I'm from, still
couple of
dedicated to them.
A couple of GameStops still have PS2 games. Now, GameStop has mentioned that they're not going to stop selling PS2 games, but they're not taking them in. Much like,
They probably got
if you go to a GameStop, there's still Game Boy Advance games. I know that the GameStop that I always go to, there's still like 4 GBA games left. And it's like, That's So Raven and Hilary Duff 2. Or like Lizzie McGuire 2.
I did not build them.
But, I assume that PS2 games, I haven't seen PS2 games in any of my local, GameStops lately. At least on the ones that I go to. I think there's one, over in a shopping center nearby that I don't really go to because it's kind of a piece of shit, but they probably still have some. Well, shit.
No. Oh, was that you gone?
Yeah, I was gone for a second.
Again.
Dog's trying to bark. Trying to talk about PlayStation. Come on.
Honestly, I think it's the best console ever. Full stop. It's better than PS3. It's better than PS1.
Jeez.
PlayStation 1. Is it better than Dreamcast?
Well, easily.
Oh, come on, Tom.
I did a poo the other day and it's better than Dreamcast.
Whoa.
It lasted longer.
So much hate!
No, that should be the subtitle for this week's episode. Just so much. DualShock Show episode 13.
The episode where Tom was really angry.
You know what? 13,
Dreamcast is that. Why are we even talking about that thing?
13 is an unlucky
no one
number.
did that when it
makes
came
sense
out.
why Tom's so angry. This is our bad luck.
I think he's just angry because he's getting older.
Maybe. But no, I think it seriously was. Okay, I think some of the best games I've grown up with have come out on that platform. Metal Gear Solid 3 probably up there with one of the best games I've ever played. That was the PS2. I mean, I grew up with the PS2. Well, PS1, but then to the PS2, and just turning that console on, it's just amazing. The noise, the spirals. And then they came, you get Resident Evil 4 on there. Trying to think of all the PS2 games. But I mean, we got a question of the week, so I'll save some of the nice stuff for there.
You got Oni, you got...
No.
Kami.
Meh. But Shadow of the Colossus, like I said earlier, I mean, that was amazing.
Final Fantasy 10 and 12.
Soul Calibur 2.
Max Payne.
San Andreas.
Drake and the 99 Dragons.
All the Grand Theft Autos.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 3, which pretty much like...
Ratchet and Clank even, the Ratchet and
Jack
Clank.
and Daxter.
Yep, exactly. I think so many good games came out that generation, and I think more good games came out that generation than this generation, and generation before it.
Yeah, I think you could actually you can name more good PS2 games than good Xbox 360 games.
Well, I mean, that's not hard.
But no, seriously, I mean, like, even, it's so much variety back there, because it wasn't as expensive to make. Studios weren't going through the problems that they are now in this generation as well. But I think so many.
The PS2 is an amazing console. I love it to death. I mean, it like I said, it has been kind of rendered obsolete a long time ago. Nobody's really making games for it anymore. So we knew it was coming, but there's so many great games for it, and it's just sad to see it kind of just fade away.
The Sly trilogy,
Metal Gear Solid 3.
Dragon Quest.
So
this just turned into just naming PS2 games off the top of your head.
No, they're best games. Dragon Quest is amazing. I
they are great games.
The Guy games.
Silent Hill 2.
I love my
Fatal
PS2.
Frame.
They have Fatal Frame. Final Fantasy 10 and 12.
Burnout 3 was amazing.
Anyhow.
Anybody
else?
Prince of Persia games, come on.
Prince of Persia.
Gran Turismo.
I couldn't get into them, but I know they're great.
God of War came out back there.
God of War.
Oh,
So many great games. So many great games. Now I'm like going onto the store. I'm like checking the PS2 classics.
Screw the PS2 classics. I didn't even have the best on that list.
You've got Bolt.
Bolt?
No. Get out. Get home.
You got Hannah Montana. You got High School Musical.
I remember
snap.
Gun's like PS2's Red Dead Redemption. Everyone hated Gun, but I love Gun.
Oh, Gun was great.
I like Gun too.
You could set horses on fire. You could blow their heads off with dynamite bows. That game was
Tom, you're just really just being a sadist.
Oh man, you should play the start of that game. There's a guy who's just like, what's his name? Honest Tom. He's such a prick. I hate him. I'll never forget that character because he made me feel bad. I felt bullied. And that's the tutorial. But yeah, no, PS2, it's sad it's gone, but I've still got mine. So if that dies, I'm going to have to go on the eBay. But I gave it to my sister at the moment.
You know what? Forget it. Not Rage Edition. DualShock Show So 13, Tom's Anger.
Oh, do you remember that really terrible game on the PS2 that some places tried to review well because it came out early, and it's called Hurdy-Gurdy?
Oh my god, Hurdy-Gurdy.
That is the worst. It is awful, and they tried to give it, some sites gave it good reviews. Like, even like the official PlayStation Mag gave it like 8. It should be a 2. It's an atrocity.
What about the Mosquito game? That was basically like a flight sim.
Oh, I didn't see it. I just remember.
You're in like a Japanese house during the summer.
Where you just give people malaria.
Pretty much. The whole goal is just to suck blood.
Kill the children of this family. Okay. Yeah. Should we go into our question of the week?
And we're back. Sorry, listeners. Had some more, technical difficulties. It's all me. Having some trouble with my internet connection. Gotta flip off the router or something, I don't know, so I can get back on the PSNs or something,
See? If you had a shitbox, you'd be screwed.
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm glad I'm a PlayStation guy.
Yeah. Thank you, Lord Shuhei Yoshida.
Thank you so much. Anyhow, we were talking about the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, we were.
And, I thought we'd go around the table real quick, just discuss how we feel about it, and, lead into our question of the week, which is, what was my question? Oh, what is your best, PS2, related memory? So, Nate, would you like to start?
No.
He's like, well, not really.
I remember when I took a shotgun to my PS2.
Jeez. Why would you do that?
I'm Nate.
Jeez.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
We're all over the place.
This is falling apart worse than the Super Show.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, I keep having to mute my thing because my dad keeps trying to talk to me, and I keep coming back, and it just happens to be the moment when you ask me something.
It's like, hey, so I was gonna ask you what you want for dinner. It's like, I'm trying to do a show, god damn it!
Computer through the window. So angry. Yes.
How do you feel about the PlayStation 2 not getting any more trade-ins, kind of fading into obscurity, and what was your best PS2 related memory?
I think it's the right time. I feel like the PS2 has had its day. I will definitely miss it. I like you guys, I have a lot of fond PS2 memories. Especially even recently, when I went up to college, we just had PS2s in the dorms, and we just kind of played, Silent Hill 2 and all those great games. Overall, I think some of my best PS2 memories, I actually played Final Fantasy VII for the first time on a PS2. which is pretty sweet. I loved the whole backwards compatibility kind of deal they had. Played a lot of Soul Calibur 2. Played a lot of Silent Hill 2. A lot of 2s. Metal Gear Solid, obviously. Yeah, I think overall, it's definitely, of all the systems I've owned and played over the years, I think the PS2 is definitely the one most prevalent. I've had an Xbox, and I've had a Dreamcast. But I think the PS2 is definitely leaving a really, really, solid legacy behind. And, yeah, I think, it sucks that it's coming to an end, but, all good things must come to an end.
Well spoken. Alan?
Yes.
Same question.
Same question.
He's like, what exactly was that question?
Yes, what exactly was that question that you're gonna ask me?
He's actually asking me because he doesn't know and he doesn't want to reveal that he wasn't paying attention.
No, I'm joking. I'm looking at the drive right now. Probably going to war with the police in Vice City.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
It was probably the closest me and my brother came to bonding.
Oh.
Because we really fucking hate each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was only the cumulative violence we caused in Vice City that brought us together and made us feel like a true family.
And come on, who couldn't forget taking a pill, that slow-mo pill?
I was going to say, what are you doing?
Oh no. Tom's like, this is about to get really dark. I don't know about any of this. How do you feel about it kind of fading away, Alan?
Man. It's clearly left its mark on history, and it's gonna be a long while before it fades away.
Definitely. Very well. Tom, how about yourself?
I had a big old talk when you disappeared from the podcast again.
Jeez.
So, but for my favourite PS2 memory, I'm gonna have to say probably Time Splitters 2. And just having this when I first bought a multi-tap, so all my friends came around with their controllers and their memory cards, and we just loaded up and played together for a solid, making maps as well to mess about on. It's just plain Infection. That game's hilarious. It's just amazing. PS2 is amazing.
PS2 is amazing. For me, let's see. I'm actually looking at my what's left of my library now. I really enjoyed playing the Max Payne games multiple times. I remember, playing Fatal Frame, always in the dark, always, my breath, just breathing heavily, getting really tensed and scared. And of course, Grand Theft Auto. Everybody knows that I love Grand Theft Auto, and it goes without saying, but I'm going to anyway, that I loved every second of Grand Theft Auto on the PlayStation 2.
San Andreas probably spent the most time out of any game in my PS2.
I spent many hours at the gym getting muscular, and then subsequently not doing anything and getting skinny again. I love my PlayStation 2. I love all the Grand Theft Auto games, even the really difficult missions that made me want to throw my controller, like the stupid remote control plane in San Andreas. Or the race against Hillary in Vice City.
Oh man, that race. Oh my god, I remember being invited from my friend's house to do it for him. He was stuck for weeks. That race sucked. So stupid.
Hillary was such a fucking asshole.
I had to glitch him out at the start. It was the only way to win, I swear.
But I still loved every second of it. And it was truly, the PlayStation 2 made Grand Theft Auto as amazing as it is now. It made people expect more and more, and made people expect Rockstar to push boundaries, because Grand Theft Auto, they brought in Grand Theft Auto 3 on the PlayStation 2, and it just, everybody was floored by it, and it's a fantastic console. It was a pinnacle in gaming, and I mean, I'm still going to play mine, but I'm just sad that a whole lot of people are like, the next generations are not going to really know the PlayStation 2 as well as we did.
Oh.
I guess it's just really sad to see a former superior machine, still a superior machine, just fade away.
Mm.
That was, I mean, as Tom said, I love my PlayStation 3, but the PS2 just had so much going for it. Had this vast library. The PlayStation 1 was the original superior machine, but but the PlayStation 2 was just improved upon it so very much.
Plus, it was a DVD player. How cool was that?
And it was also a DVD player.
And a CD player.
And a CD player, that's right.
And that's when CDs were cool.
Yeah. There were no MP3s back then. Not really.
Yeah, not as widespread.
Yeah, they were like... Anyway, that's our question to you, listeners. What is your best PS2-related memory? Please let us know. Put it on Facebook, put it on Twitter, just tweet at us at DualShock Show, or put it on our Facebook under the same name. Also, we do this every week. Question of the week. Last week's question, kind of a fun one. Which game have you replayed the most? Nate, you weren't here last week, so while you're here, why don't you give us yours? What game have you replayed the most? Why? And how many times?
Oh man, that's a good question. There's a couple I'd say I've played multiple times. I think my favorite game series of all time was Shenmue from the Dreamcast era, and its sequel, Shenmue 2. I played through the original Shenmue at least 4 or 5 times, if not more. And then Shenmue 2 actually was going to be on the Xbox, but I ended up importing a European Dreamcast copy, and I played through Shenmue 2. Yeah, I know. I freaking love this series, man. I played the European Shenmue 2.
Incident.
Which incident?
Would you like to play a game of Lucky Hit?
Oh my god. So I played Shenmue 2, the European version on Dreamcast. Then when Xbox came out, my brother got an Xbox. I ended up getting Shenmue 2 for Xbox. Played through that another 3 or 4 times. I actually still have an original Xbox copy of Shenmue 2 because it's backwards compatible on Xbox 360. So I played through it again on Xbox 360. So all in all, I probably played the first Shenmue at least 7 to 10 times, and Shenmue 2 a good 10 to 12 times. Through to completion. So yeah.
Wow. Very nice, very nice. We actually have a few answers. Last week we didn't have any answers to our question.
Yeah, fuck you very much, listeners.
This question actually kind of opened it up to more than just the PlayStation. But Albert, good old Albert, comes in and he says Pokemon, because it's Pokemon, but on a Sony platform. It's Tony Hawk's Underground because it's short and the soundtrack was amazing.
Tony Hawk's Underground was amazing. Amazing. Tony Hawk's Underground 2 was not. But it's Underground 1. Oh, I hope they make a HD remake of that. Screw their normal. Or was it the original they recently did?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they should remake Tony Hawk's Underground instead.
Which apparently is a pretty easy platinum. My girlfriend Lee came in and said, "Do fighting in multiplayer games count?"
Nope.
Which I had to go with Tom on this one. Not really, because there's no campaign, but it's not technically a replay. But she says if it was, it would be between Tekken 4 and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Her kid brother and her kid brother would spend hours playing, and she'd always beat him, and then he'd cry, all that, blah 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 blah. In terms of non-Sony console, she says she's replayed levels on Advance Wars. Well, that's not the whole game now, isn't it? But she wants to S rank all the levels, so she's done that. My friend Elaine says, weirdly enough, Tales of Symphonia for GameCube. She beat it like 6 times. And I was gonna say that's not even a Sony game, but can't talk shit because mine was Resident Evil 4, and while that was on the PlayStation 2, I played it the most on GameCube. So
you can lie.
I didn't have it. So that was last week's question of the week. Remember, listeners, this week's question is, what is your best PS2 related memory? We also ask questions of you. Always. Bring us questions. We love answering questions, whether it's about the news or if it's about, just about us. Albert comes in. He wasn't here. He wasn't around last week to ask us questions. We kind of surprised him with a Thursday show. He was like, I thought you were recording tomorrow. I'm so sorry. I'm always like, it's okay. It's okay.
How dare you?
How dare you, Albert?
Not your fault.
Ass! But Albert comes through. He gives us 4 questions. And I'm gonna say, the first one, what collector's edition of a game do you think is the best? Nate, you go first.
Collector's edition, oh god. I couldn't even begin to... Why don't you other guys go first, then I'll...
Alan!
Yes.
Is it Aliens? I mean, you didn't get it.
God damn it, Tom.
I'm sorry.
Collector's edition. Which game do you think is best? The best collector's edition?
Halo 3.
Halo 3.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Because it came with the helmet.
Jeez. Tom.
Demon Souls.
Why?
Why? Because it was half the price of a normal game when it launched, and it's like, what? And then I got it because no one heard of it. I thought, this game looks cool and weird. Came with a soundtrack, an art book, a guide, and the game. And now it's worth like $200 on eBay. So it's going to make me more money than I bought it for, and it's awesome.
Nate, do you have one?
I still have the collectible poster and action figure from the prototype collector's edition. So I assume the reason that I've had those things for so long is because I just secretly I did like prototype, but I guess like my subconscious liked it a lot more because I still somehow have these 2 things. So I'm going to say prototype.
As far as collector's editions, I've only gotten one, and I could say it's not a very good one. I will say that the best one that I've seen recently has been BioShock Infinite.
Oh, yeah.
I really wanted that Songbird statue. But the only special edition I ever got, and it's only because I knew a person and we managed to get it for me for like $20, was Resident Evil 5. And it's not a great special edition. There was like a little, what do they call those things? I'll figure it out while I'm talking about other stuff. There was a Chris Redfield figure that I have dropped several times and had to super glue back together.
No.
There is a necklace shaped like the continent of Africa with Kajuju written all over it. And, I never wear it because if you're not African and you wear a necklace shaped like Africa, you look like an asshole. And there was also a limited edition laser cell. That's the word I was looking for. Laser cell of Chris and Sheva. It's nice. I put it up. But it's not like nothing special. And then there's of course the Tricell bag, Tricell messenger bag, which I used to use for school all the time. But lots of loose threads, so I've kind of stopped using it.
Did you ever see the Resident Evil 4 Collector's Edition?
Not a great special edition. Collector's Edition.
Did you see the Resident Evil 4 one back in the day? Where you got a awful controller that was shaped like a chainsaw.
Oh man, I remember that.
So bad. I have a feeling we may have lost someone. Did you ever see the Resident Evil 4 Collector's Edition?
No, but I think Josh had the Steelbook, so he might have gotten it.
Oh, they came with I remember there's a controller you could get shaped like a chainsaw, and it was the worst. Like, you couldn't use it for anything.
That doesn't sound comfortable at all.
You should see it. It's like, it's such an odd shape, and it's so dumb. But
and they touted it as being like the ultimate, like, oh, you want the ultimate experience? You have to play with this like controller. It's like,
so
watch your arms ache as you play. Yes. But I saw I know how much you love Oblivion, but that collector's edition for that had a coin with it, and that was cool. Coins are cool. And the Hitman actually had a statue of it, and it was sold out because I was going to get that for Christmas. But no, that was amazing. It looks cool.
So, next question. This, well, actually, I'm going to save that one, because that one's actually pretty tough.
Save it.
Yeah. How long do you think you could do a gaming marathon for? Breaks only for bathroom and food. I'm going to say all fucking day if I wanted. But it depends on if you're saying, like, just sticking with one game.
Yeah, I think it would depend on the game.
Yeah.
Or if you're just, like, doing a gaming marathon, but you can switch games out.
I'd do that till I died then.
Oh yeah.
Eyes bled and I'd die a happy man.
Oh, I would just keep going all day. But if it's one game, depends on how frustrating it gets.
GTA 5.
Yeah.
GTA 5 marathon.
GTA 5 comes out, fucking I'm not going to be putting that down except to sleep.
Play it till the police come and knock your door down.
They're going to be like, nobody's heard from you in like a week. Are you okay?
A week? A month?
I don't know. I mean, I'll probably get through the camp.
Oh my god. I'll probably go through the campaign, and then I'll play a bit of online.
The episode where Tom impersonates Matt.
Seriously, Tom, keep going. I wonder what fake Matt would say.
Oh, then I'd probably play multiplayer. We might do a VGU.TV plays. Matt's back. Or is he? Apparently he's rejoined the call, but he's not back.
It's a mystery we can all solve together.
I'd love to do the treasure diving, seeing the sharks in it. It's so exciting. Oh, and then switching between players, I think it'd be so good. There we go.
Yeah.
Matthew.
Alright.
You're fired. Matt. Matt Damon.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
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 Hello. Hello.
Buongiorno. Hola.
Mahalo.
You kids.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
God damn, that sucks.
So, listeners, as you can see, we're running into some technical difficulties.
Jeez.
Yes, you do suck.
Good God. Good God Almighty.
Can you hear us yet?
Good
I can hear you.
Well
Nah,
done.
you sound like you're in some basement cellar.
Well, now I'm not on my phone. I'm on the computer.
Yay.
Why didn't you do that
So now-
earlier?
Well, it's fucking... Don't even talk back to me.
It's alright, we did your segment.
Yeah.
Next question.
Jeez. Where were we?
You say
Marathon
you
5,
and GTA 5.
But
Oh,
don't
yeah.
worry, Tom already
David
did that.
Yeah. So are we starting back up? Are we already going?
Oh, we're already going.
We need to...
Oh, well, there
awesome.
we are. All right.
Awesome.
Oh, man, this is falling apart. Not the best episode this week. Sorry.
Come on, if I have to pause the call or the recording 3 times, I'm not doing it a 4th.
There you go.
Not-
You might need to do
not-
some noise cancelling because of the different outfit from Matt.
I apologize.
Indeed. Matt should apologise.
I'm sorry. I know that I'm probably not.
So who hasn't answered this question? Alan? No?
Yeah, I haven't answered this. I've, on 2 separate occasions, I've done like 12 hours straight of DCU Online and Dragon Age Origins.
Dragon Age Origins, that'd be a good one.
So I'm pretty sure I could do
Except for the Fade.
Yeah, I hate the Fade.
Fade sucks.
But I'm pretty sure I could do one that would I'm pretty sure I could do a 24-hour one.
Yeah, same here. Especially if it was a game I enjoyed, I could probably do like 24, 48 hours maybe.
I need a reason to do it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna sit down and play 48 hours straight.
Unless I'm depressed, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna play this.
Fuck, what was I gonna say? Alright, go on. I was gonna say something, you were gonna say 24 hours. You said something about 24 hours. Speaking of which, I've always wanted to do Child's Play, the 24-hour marathon.
Extra Life.
So,
right?
Yeah, I was just
Extra
say Child's Play is a pretty bad movie.
No, isn't it for Child's Play though? Extra Life?
It's for children, isn't it?
Yeah. No, that's a different. I don't fucking. Extra Life. I've always wanted to do Extra Life. Good goddamn it. So I think that would be my limit. It's like a full 24 hours. I'd be like, I need to stop. Like at least for sleep.
Yeah.
Did everybody answer this question? I apologize. I'm sorry. And listeners, I apologize if the quality is not as clear. I don't know.
Just, wow, amazing. Send your complaints to VGU.TV, DualShock Show.
Thanks to matt.mobley@VGU.TV.
Yeah, go ahead, because I don't check that fucking email.
Just comment on our Facebook,
You might as well be sending it to the recycle bin.
Next week we'll read off all Matt insults at the end of the show.
Oh, man. But seriously, I do apologize. Everybody's answered this question?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what game-related item is the one you want the most, i.e. a limited edition version of a system, limited edition game, etc.?
Oof.
Oh my god.
Oof.
I personally, as far as the examples that he gives, I have no interest in. Like, I mean, whatever. But a game-related item, if we broaden that horizon, that right there, I would say, really, I always love the statues that come with collector's editions. You know, the Nathan Drake statue from Uncharted 3, the Cole McGrath statue from Infamous 2, and of course the Songbird statue that I mentioned earlier. But a game-related item that I'd love to just have to just like put on my wall, probably the Infinite Skyhook.
Oh my god. My brother got that for his friend for his birthday. It is so cool.
Oh man, I love the Skyhooks. I love to just like mount one on my wall. That sounds like it would be really cool.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna kind of expand the question to include those kinds of items for you guys, if that makes it any easier. Nate, do you have an answer?
Oh yeah, I'd probably go with like a statue or something like that. Maybe like a soundtrack. I really like the soundtracks of games. So maybe like the soundtrack from a game I really liked.
Yeah, you know what would also be great is those contemporary covers from BioShock Infinite.
Oh yeah,
Why
those are
aren't
cool.
the fucking soundtrack, you assholes?
My brother is so angry he can't like get the soundtrack of BioShock Infinite. He's just like livid. He's like, God damn it, Ken Levine.
Like 3 different versions of the song they sing in the credits. Not even the actual like practice run that they sing during the credits, which is, in my opinion, the best one, the best version. But 3 different versions of that song, and none of the contemporary covers from the game. I was like, are you kidding?
Yeah, probably a soundtrack or something like that.
Oh, well, alright. Yeah. Alan, how about yourself?
Probably a Master Chief helmet.
And Tom's rage grew even more.
I feel like the
Speaking of bad things real quick, Alan, last Saturday was May the 4th. Very much, like May the 4th be with you. A Star Wars holiday, if you will, which nerds all across the nation rejoice and watch Star Wars. I posted a picture of original Star Wars VHSs, and you posted a quote. Can you tell me which Star Wars that quote was from?
Phantom Menace.
Ugh.
Of course, you had to choose a quote from the worst Star Wars movie.
What's the quote? Mutha Jar Jar Binks, Mutha on abortion.
Oh my goodness. Anyhow, Tom,
Yes.
game-related item that you want the most.
Well, the original question. I'd say the original concept for the PS3. The Dildonic controllers, because they're amazing. And chicks dig Dildonic controllers. So, that and in-game, game item. That's a hard one. Something, I don't know, skip me.
Do you want me to, can I just say the quote I used?
Yes, go on.
You refer to the prophecy of the one who will bring balance to the Force. You believe it's this boy?
Midichlorians.
Midichlorians.
Hey, at least I chose a Samuel L. Jackson quote. I could have chosen one of Anakin's shitty quotes.
The whole time we're watching the Star, it's like the Force. So it's a fucking blood disease. It's the AIDS of the Empire.
George Lucas just copied Kojima. Yeah, it's nanomachines. That's how I explain this plot. Yeah.
Oh my god. Who else? Tom, you're the only one left, aren't you? On
Yeah.
this question?
I guess. Yeah, so
Yeah,
Dildonic controllers. I did have another idea, but I forgot. So, yay for me.
Alright, this is a tougher question. Because it's really hard to narrow it down. But, here we go. What game, in your opinion, has the best opening?
Oh my
Ooh.
lord.
Right? That's why I saved it for last.
Oh, we need some time for that.
That's easy. BioShock Infinite.
BioShock.
Funnily enough, I think the original BioShock for me. I mean, Infinite was good, but I think, like, the first time I played the first BioShock, like, holy moly. So I'm gonna go with the first BioShock.
How about you, Tom?
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe Half-Life 2? When you start off in City 17, get off the train, and you realise how oppressive that game is. Or even Medal of Honor Frontline, because it's just Saving Private Ryan. That was cool. Saving Private Ryan was cool. I'm trying to think what else has a really cool opening. Lots of games do. I know the Batman Arkham City opening was pretty... No, not the Arkham Asylum even.
Asylum, yeah.
Yeah, I think that had a really strong opening. That got me pumped.
Yeah.
So, oh.
A great opening, I would say, the Infamous games, especially Infamous 2. I used to, when people were like big fans of the Xbox, I'd be like, yeah, but you don't have these games. And they'd be like, so? And then I'd pop in Infamous 2. Usually.
Yeah.
That would be my go-to, because Infamous 2, much like the first one, throws you into the action immediately. And the opening in Infamous 2 is just like, it's very good. And you know, like just the summarization of the first game, the fighting the beast, the taking down Empire City, then leading into the monologue that leads to the title screen. It's really great, and it was my go-to for these games look amazing. Look at this. Uncharted games as well have great openings. Rockstar games tend to have great openings.
Yeah, I
as
really
well.
like GTA. A lot of people complain how slow it is, but I liked it like that.
I really liked the Grand Theft Auto 4 opening. I actually like
Red Dead's opening. It was really good.
Red Dead, oh man.
Where you
Red
just
Dead's opening is
working at the
fantastic.
farm and stuff like that,
Yeah. I liked all of Grand Theft Auto 4's openings. The Lost and Damned and Ballad of Gay Tony were great openings as well. Especially Lost and Damned. The way they introduced the characters.
The original Dead Space had a really strong opening.
Yes. But of course, one of the best openings of all time has to be Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
I don't know, it had a good opening cutscene, but there's that hell of a long, that's probably like one of the longest codecs.
That's like an hour long opening.
That codec, and then it's just like the only gameplay.
From beginning of the game to end credit sequence, title sequence. Like, that's like an hour long.
But then like the gameplay is just climb this tree, and then drop down to get your bag, and then codec.
And then listen to the boss talk to you for an hour.
Exactly. Well. But no, talk about like kind of cinematic openings though. Killzone 2, regardless what you think about that game, that had a really strong, like that opening CG cutscene's amazing, and that first mission, you go straight from the giant spaceship to the ground battle to fight space Nazis. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, while I'm still thinking about it, Metal Gear Solid 1 was also a great opening, I think, and much shorter than 3. But I agree with all of you, especially the BioShock Infinite and BioShock openings are very strong as well.
One more, can I just say, is Dragon Age, since you mentioned it, just because it makes it so personalized.
Yeah.
And I think it helps you. I mean, without the different openings, you wouldn't be as invested as you get in that game. So I think that's the best aspect of Origins.
Now, if you're going to say, if you were going to ask us the silliest opening, we'd say Resident. We'd say Resident.
I know Portal 2 had a pretty stupid opening, didn't it? Just like, yeah, jump, apple, close enough.
But Resident Evil was the most ridiculous ending.
Which one was this?
The original Resident Evil.
Yes. Okay. Where's Harry?
Don't go!
So stupid. I just hate that awkward pause. It's just like, this is hard to watch.
It's much better in the GameCube remake though. So good. That game is so good. And the Lisa Trevor stuff that they added was amazing. Okay, well those are all of Albert's questions. Albert's question corner. So that's about going to wrap us up for this week. Listeners, I apologize for all the technical difficulties that happened. It's all me and this stupid connection that I've got going on. I don't know what's going on here. But I thank you for sticking through it. Thank you for listening to VGU.TV's PlayStation podcast, The DualShock Show. Rate and subscribe to our iTunes under DualShock Show, 5 stars. Maybe even leave us a review. Be like, man, that asshole needs to really fix his connection. But I sure do love that angry Brit. I sure do love that angry Brit. Please visit our website, VGU.TV. Find us on Facebook. Tweet at us, VGU.TV. You can also find us on YouTube at VGU.TV Official, where you can also find this podcast in a video format if you're lazy and don't want to or need to save the space on your iPhone. DualShock also has a Facebook and Twitter. You can find us at DualShock Show for both. That's all one word. Or if you want to tweet at us individually, Nate is at
what? I wonder.
Sorry, Alan. What? What are you trying to say to me?
Nothing. I was carrying it on.
Alan is at the Alan Muir. TheAllanMuir. I'm at Matman07. That's a 2 T's, in case you're wondering. Tom is at Gaming Hobbyist. Or, this is a PlayStation show, so if you want to play on the PSN with us, Nate is Opposed Crow. That is Opposed Crow. That is one word. Alan is that Jew boy with an I. That Jew, B-O-I. He's Jewish. It's not racist. I am Matman310. Tom is Pi_guy. That's Pi Guy, the guy with the pie. Thank you again for listening to DualShock, even after all these technical difficulties. We hope that next week's show will be difficulty free. Can't wait to record it. We can't wait to bring you another one. We'll see you next time. Never stop playing.